I remember the day Claire brought it up like it was yesterday. We were sitting on the porch, the kids laughing and running through the sprinkler in the yard. The sun was setting, and everything felt normal, peaceful. But the words she spoke shattered that peace like glass hitting pavement. I think we should try an open marriage, she said, her voice soft but resolute. At first, I thought she was joking. I laughed, a short, nervous chuckle, until I saw the seriousness in her eyes. My stomach sank. Why? I managed to ask, my voice barely above a whisper. Claire looked away, staring at the horizon as if it held the answers. I love you, Jack. I do. But I feel like there's something missing. I think exploring this might help us grow, individually and together. The words hit me like a gut punch. We'd been married for 12 years, built a life together, and raised two incredible kids. Sure, things weren't perfect. No marriages. But I had no idea she felt this way. What about the kids? What about us? I asked, my voice rising. How does this make us stronger? She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. It doesn't mean I don't love you, she insisted. It's about freedom, about experiencing life fully. I felt the foundation of our marriage cracking beneath me. The woman I thought I knew, the woman I built my life around, was asking me to step into a world I couldn't understand, a world where love had no boundaries, where vows were flexible, where I suddenly included others. For weeks, I tried to process it. I read articles, talked to a counselor, even considered her perspective. But every time I pictured her with someone else, it was like a dagger to the heart. More than that, I thought about our kids, Emma and Jake. They were just 10 and 8, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing beneath the surface of their happy home. One night, after the kids were asleep, we sat down in the living room. I can't do this, Claire, I said, my voice trembling. I can't live in a marriage where I'm constantly second guessing what we are to each other. And I can't risk the stability of our kids' lives for something like this. She looked at me, her face a mix of sadness and frustration. So what, Jack? You're just going to walk away? I'm not walking away, I said firmly. But if this is the life you want, I can't stop you. I won't hold you back. But I can't stay in a marriage where I feel disposable. And I won't let the kids grow up in a house full of confusion and resentment. We tried to make it work for a few months after that. Claire agreed to hold off on her idea, but the distance between us grew. She started staying out late, saying she needed space to think. I started noticing the subtle changes, the guarded phone, the evasive answers. It became clear she was already living the life she wanted, with or without my consent. The night I found proof, a message from someone she'd been seeing, I knew it was over. The next morning, I told her I wanted a divorce. She cried, pleaded, said she could change. But I knew better. It wasn't about punishment or revenge. It was about protecting my kids from the chaos that had seeped into our lives. I wanted them to grow up in a stable, loving environment, even if that meant doing it alone. The divorce was messy. The kids struggled at first, confused and hurt. But over time, they started to heal, and so did I. I focused on being the best father I could be, creating a home where they felt safe and loved. Claire eventually moved in with one of her partners, but our relationship remained strained. Co-parenting was a challenge, but I always put the kids first. I didn't badmouth her, didn't let my bitterness taint their view of their mother. They deserved better than that. Now, years later, Emma and Jake are thriving. They are strong, resilient, and kind. Sometimes, when they are asleep, I sit in the quiet house and think about what could have been, but I don't regret my choice. I stood up for my values, for my family, and for the life I wanted to give my kids. In the end, that's what being a father is about, doing the right thing, even when it's the hardest thing you'll ever do.